Okay, there goes Facebook now. All right, we're gonna get Instagram on here, guys. All right, I have to remember. There goes Instagram. Now we got Facebook. Okay, we got both. All right, what's going on, everyone? It's Kimberly Prosperity out of today, Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to talk to you guys right quick while I do my makeup. I got to remember, y'all know I'm not a makeup girl, all right? So bear with me here. But I got to get out of here, too. I am infamous for checking out of hotels late. Oh, 12:23. Okay. So listen, many of you know that I was at the Money Bag Tour. I came up to Atlanta for the Money Bag Tour yesterday. It was yesterday. It was amazing. And a lot of you, well, many of you who tune in regularly because you find value in what I share, you know what the Money Bag Tour is. Because I have been talking about the Bureau Bullies. I have been talking about asthma, formerly known as envy, for quite some time now, ever since I found out about them, right? So some of you have gone and looked them up. Some of you have, most people want to know how without actually doing the research, but some of you have actually done the research and you've gone and looked them up. You've been amazed by what you've seen on their Facebook pages, and you've done your own research. Now, some of you expressed wanting to come to the Money Bag Tour, which is really where asthma goes in deep as far as the laws. Consumer protection laws, credit laws. I did not know until Derek Harper how new all of this credit stuff really was. We're talking about like credit reporting, credit bureaus. And y'all, the crazy thing is this is all just a ploy to get our money, for the banks and lenders to make money and to get our money. As you come in, put where you're watching from. I love to see that, even the replay viewers. So this is all just a ploy to get our money in the form of higher interest rates, in the form of reporting information incorrectly, so that you don't get what you're supposed to get at the rate that you're supposed to get it. And it goes really, really deeper with the Money Bag Tour, because they look at the laws and basically teach you how to not be violated. And you would be surprised at how many of us are being violated constantly. And we simply don't know it because we don't know how to read the laws. And it's really the truth, because in school they teach you to skim, right? Y'all remember that? Look for, summarize, skim, things of that nature. Well, y'all, there is danger in that. And there is power in your words, and there's power in understanding words, punctuation, what things mean. I mean, at the Money Bag Tour, we go through the laws. I mean, and it's so powerful. Like, I paid to be in this environment. You know why? Because when I'm at home, I'm distracted, right? I'm distracted by the laundry that needs to be done. I'm distracted by what we're going to eat for dinner. I'm distracted by my son basically not giving a doggone that blame-nilly, and he shouldn't, but him wanting to play with me, right? I'm distracted by all of those things. So when I pay to be in an environment, it's not because I'm not gonna lie to you, all this information is free. You guys can go to look it up at Cornell EDU. I know most of you won't, and you can look up the FCRA. You can look up the TIL, Truth in Lending Act. You can look up all of these laws for yourself and get to reading, right? Now, will you need some help? Yes, because some of the definitions that you think you know, trust me, I found out from being tuned in and tapped in and in communication with the Bureau of Bullies and asthma. Some of the definitions that I was taught and that I think I know, they have a different definition in legal terms, like credit. Look at what credit means. You can Google credit, but then if you look it up in the Black Miles Dictionary, it's a totally different definition. Well, why would they do that, you say? It's to confuse you. It's to keep you from knowing things that can set you free. Now, does this take some time? Absolutely. Does this take some money? Somewhat. Some people have done it completely free just by going from the top to the bottom, or the bottom to the top of the Bureau Bullies Facebook page, the Bureau Bullies Instagram page, and the same thing with asthma. Other people, however, like myself, we pay for shortcuts. So yes, it has cost us money. But let me tell y'all something. Freedom is not free. It's either going to cost you time or it's going to cost you money. In many instances, it's going to cost you both. But you got to look at what is the payoff. You know what was so amazing at the Money Bag Tour? There were people in that. Oh, gosh. How can I say this? Because this was not a conference for all, okay? when she opened up this conference, it literally sold out, and y'all know I'm not big on makeup, so y'all, if you like, she looks the same, yeah, I just do a little coverage. But the Money Bag Tour, when the tickets opened up, there was like a lot of hoopla about it, people waiting. When it opened up, literally it sold out in 20 minutes. I at first did not get the first ticket. I didn't get my ticket at first. I had to go to the Bureau of Bullies Do for Self weekend in Atlanta a few weeks ago, and that's where they said, hey, if you want to come to the Money Bag Tour, we have a few more tickets. So that's the importance of being in the room, guys. When you make a sacrifice to show up and actually be physically present, not just digitally present, you get things that people who don't make the sacrifice get. So I'm so happy that I got that ticket because I really wanted to go. And Asma's like this, when she sells out, she sells out. She's not opening up more seats. She actually doesn't want like a whole bunch of people there because the information that is shared is so powerful. She really has to watch it because people be on her back. Oh, I thought I saw something. People be on her back about stuff. And it was crazy because some of the people who bought the tickets originally, she refunded them. Like if your name came up and she knew you were about the craziness, she refunded you. Just from how you comment on her lives or whatever the case may be. And I don't blame her because you really do have to protect your energy, and the information that was shared was totally life-changing and completely counterintuitive to everything that we have been taught all our lives. All right? Some was on purpose, some was unknowingly. But guys, I was literally sitting behind a guy who had contracts and bills all marked up with all of the federal violations to the point where he had invoiced lenders and banks and gotten paid out on this information. I mean, thousands of dollars. I was sitting behind a guy who got a Volkswagen for free because the Volkswagen dealership violated him repeatedly on his contract. And I now know, like when I get home, I'm pulling out my contract. I'm pulling out my car contract and I'm looking for a specific verbiage, because if it doesn't say something specifically and it alludes to, that's a violation that you can get paid out for. That's a violation that you can get your car title for. That's a violation that if you have been paying on your car, you can get your payments back. And this is stuff that, honestly, it sounds like, that's not true. But when you're sitting he was sitting behind me, when you're sitting right in front of someone who shows you the documentation, what are you going to believe? Your own doubts or your own eyes, right? And he wasn't the only one. There were tons of people there who were like, yeah, y'all not supposed to be paying bills. Y'all not supposed to be paying this and paying that. And I'm not going to get too deep into it because I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, how does that work? What are you ripping off people, this, that, and other? No, the true rip-off is the people that's charging you. But you don't know that, and it won't make sense. So it's not something that I can communicate to you in a Facebook Live. That's the point of going to the place. And the crazy thing about these people that were at the Money Bag Tour, like you asked for their Instagram, right? You get their Instagram, it's like 2 posts, right? Or none. Better yet, there are no posts. Why? Because these people aren't even on social media. A lot of them, they don't even care about social media. They don't do things. They don't get their money by clicks and likes. They get their money by enforcing their rights. It's a totally different mindset. It's a totally different world, and it's something that's not sexy. So most people are not even interested in learning. It's not even something that's automatic. Some of these people have been studying for years. Now, is it worth it? If you could get your house free and clear because of contract violations, is it worth it? If you could get your car free and clear because of contract violations, is it worth it? Well, Kim, why would they break the law? Why not? Why not? Banks, institutions, corporations break the law every single day. You know why? Because they know that, number one, you're too busy. You're too busy to call them out on their ish. And number two, even if you had the time, when you look at the contract, you probably don't even know what you're looking at. So they make income off of our ignorance. And so it's funny because when I started down this journey of understanding my credit, I just wanted to fix my credit. And then as I went further and further down the rabbit hole, starting with recession proof, then going into Derek Harper and the Bureau bullies, I learned my credit doesn't need to be fixed because it's really not broken. It's not broken. It's just my understanding of it that needs to be fixed. So now I'm looking at, okay, Kim, you have some options here. You can make money, which is super duper cool, or you can save money, right? Because let's face it, most of us, we want to make money, why? To pay our bills. But if you don't have to pay these bills that you're paying, and it's all fraud, then do you need to make as much money as you think you need to make? No, absolutely not. So the good news is, I don't have to make a choice. I can make money on the internet, and also I can save money by enforcing my rights. What do wealthy people do? They keep the money coming in high, and they keep the money going out low. So if I don't have to pay all of these things that I think I have to pay, and I don't need as much money as I think I need, then aren't I in a better position? Absolutely. So that's why I came to the Money Bag Tour, because I had to be in the place, in the space of these people who know things that I do not know. And they're not, they weren't iced out in drip or anything like that, but we're talking like, again, like I said, people that have gotten money from banks, from lenders, from car dealerships, from mortgage lenders, homes free and clear, just because of everyday violations that we all experience. And the money is right there under your nose. You just don't know it because you don't know what you don't know. And it reminds me of how, you ever heard, like when you start studying stuff, you ever heard somebody say, everything you need, you already have? And you're like, bull crap, that's not true. Actually, it is. Everything you need, you already have. You just don't know it because you haven't done the research yet. Right? Maybe you don't need a job making 6 figures. Maybe all you need to do is mitigate the amount of outgo from your house. Get rid of some of these bills that you're unjustly paying, and now you're going to be in a much better position in life. And see, I didn't come to this Money Bag Tour for me. I came here for my son. Really. Right? At 42 years old, I've lived, if I'm lucky, about half of my life, right? So what I want to do is position my son so that he, coming out the gate, knows about stuff that it took me 42 years to know about. It took me 42 years to come into contact with. Because if I can get him started on this path, now even, because the Bureau bullies, they have a program for children, because they realize that the children really are the future, and everything pretty much, like older people, they're so jaded, they're so stuck in their ways. I'm not going to say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but it's oftentimes the older people who will give you the most pushback when you try to introduce new ideas and concepts to them. So the Bureau bullies actually have stopped teaching the older generation as much, and they have a program for children, what is it, like age 10 to 16, because they know that's really where all these curses are going to be broken. Not with generational curses are not going to be broken with this generation, but with the generation that is coming up. Because they're more receptive, they're more pure, they're more open. So I'm getting this information so that I can break it down to my son, so that I can teach him, and then he can live the life that I wasn't able to. I'm gonna be able to live this life, but he can start out so much earlier, and then this becomes a way of life for his children. So the Money Bag Tour, was it worth it? Yes. Was it mind-blowing? Yes. We covered a lot of laws in a little bit of time. Will this make you an automatic, violation enforcement machine? Absolutely not. This stuff, again, is counterintuitive to everything we've been taught, to everything that we've learned, not only from our parents, but from society for years. So this is just a stepping stone. But what it does is, number one, it builds your belief, which is so important for you continuing on your journey. You have to have your belief built. You have to have proof, right? A lot of people say, seeing is believing, and believing is seeing. They both work. Okay, a lot of times your belief is built by what you see. That's why I always have to be in the environments with people who have what I want to have and who have done what I desire to do, right? But in order for you to see it, you have to believe as well. So here's the deal. When I was introduced to the Bureau bullies and Asma, the stuff that they were saying, it sounded crazy to me. But again, when I saw the proof on the Instagram, when I heard testimonials, people coming on the Facebook Lives and actually saying, yeah, I don't pay a gas bill, I don't pay an electric bill, I don't pay this, I don't pay that, and this is how I did it. When I heard that, that built my belief so that I could come here to see more proof, to see more of the law. So it was a very full day, a very long day. Was it worth it? Absolutely. This is her last money bag tour. She's coming out with a book in October, and it's going to be called Rise of a New Nation. So the next tour is going to be called Rise of a New Nation, and it'll be the same thing, but it's just going to have a different name. Again, it's a very, very small amount of people that she even allows to be in the place. If you want to start following her, I'll put her Instagram in the comments down below of my Facebook and in the description box of my YouTube, because trust me, it will blow your mind. So I have work to do. I already started asking my inner circle, when is the last time you bought a new car? Do you still have the contract? Go on the contract right now, and I want you to tell me if you see these 3 words. Not these words, not those words, but these 3 words specifically. And it's so funny how, again, verbiage, understanding words, understanding punctuation, understanding a lot of stuff that we take for granted, it makes all of the difference in the world. Okay? Thank you for the hearts. I gotta get on the road, y'all. But it makes all of the difference in the world. And a lot of times we've gotten so lazy in language, we don't understand what we're reading, and we definitely don't understand what we are saying. So when you come to a place like this and they break down, again, what do these words mean? Not just the definition that we've been taught, but what does the legal definition mean? I'm not even going to get into the fact that Webster was now I didn't look this up, but a number of people have said that Webster, from Webster's dictionary, he was a slave owner. And you know that they didn't want the slaves reading. You know they didn't want us learning and education. So a lot of things in Webster's dictionary, are they the actual real definition of a word? Look it up. You let me know. You look into it and find out for yourself. But when you get that Black Laws Dictionary and you get the Bureau of Police books, and you're in association with these people, man, it is life-changing, it is mind-blowing, and I have a whole new outlook on the amount of money that I need to make. Now, ain't nothing wrong with making money, so don't get it twisted there. But the amount of money that I need to make, and things that, again, how I can position myself to help my family. Because is everybody in my family going to join TLC with me and make money online? Heck no. But you know what I can do? I can get in there and I can show any family member how to get a bankruptcy off, no problem, because it's illegal for it to be on your credit report. I can show any family member how to get medical bills off, no problem, because it's illegal for it to be on your credit report in the first place. I can show my family members and my inner circle, people, and this is what I talk to people about in the consultations, how to get your inquiries off legally, not by saying, it wasn't me, and lying and you know, filing false police reports. That's the whole thing. Like, you literally have people out here going out here and doing stuff illegally to get money because they don't even know that there's a legal way to do it. And you don't even have to go through all that drama. So sad. So sad. But anywho, guys, let me get out of here. I will be back on later. I think I'm going to do another video before I hit the road. Again, that is what the money bag tour is. Was it worth it? Absolutely worth every single penny. The people that I met, again, these people aren't even online like that. They don't need to be online. They're not doing things for clicks and likes. They are making their money by enforcing their rights. And I really hope that something I say encourages you to start looking into, and this is the group, by the way, that when we understand stuff, we don't say yes, we say I love myself. Because if you love yourself, then you're not going to have any hang-ups or you know, because like some people have admitted, okay, I know my rights, I want to go to the lender and enforce them. However, did I put on too much white here? I think I did. They were like, I know my rights, I want to go to the lender and enforce them, but I don't want to be a troublemaker. Or the person who sold me the car and they were so nice, I don't want to present any problems. Well, hold on now. That person didn't sell you the car. The car The car salesman is a representative of a corporation. You're making this too personal. It's not about that person was just doing their job. But if the corporation violated your rights, are you going to love the salesperson that represented the corporation more than you love yourself or your family? Because if you do, then you're always going to have hang-ups. You're always going to have problems about enforcing your rights against the corporation. It goes so, like, this rabbit hole goes so very deep, right? It's like if a robber came into your house, right? And they were like, give me your money, and I won't hurt you. And you do that. You give them the money, they don't hurt you, and then they leave. And then you're like, well, you know, he did take my TV and everything I worked for and my money, but he didn't hurt my children, so I don't want to report him. Would that ever happen? Would you ever say or do that? I hope the answer is no. You would report that robber because at the end of the day, they robbed you. They violated you, right? So it doesn't matter whether they were nice about it or not. They violated you. It's the same exact thing with your laws. I told you guys that even for me to come here, I had to rent a car. And it was amazing because when I went to rent the car, they were like, sign here, sign there, initial here, 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 here. And they wanted me to initial places where there were blanks, where they were supposed to write in amounts, and they hadn't done it yet. And when I questioned them on it, you know why they do that? Because most people sign without reading. Most people sign without going, hey, why is this blank when you're supposed to fill in an amount right here? See, that's how little we read. That's how little we care. That's how much of a rush we are in. This is why I constantly get on here and talk to you guys about buying back your time. When you buy back your time, you have the time to make sure nobody is violating you. You have the time to do so much when you buy back your time. But most people are in a rush. And most people don't have the time. That's why they will never, ever have the money. Not even the money that is right there waiting for them to claim. See, everything is not about how much tea you sell if you're in my company. Everything is not even about, it's not even about, guys, you know, how much your hourly rate is. And bragging about, I have an 850 credit score or 800 credit score really just means that you are a master of letting debt collectors, you know, basically violate you repeatedly. Is there anything wrong with a high credit score? No, not necessarily, but when you don't really understand what it means, yes, there's a lot that's wrong with it. Don't let these banks and lenders use you. Learn how to use them. All right, I'm gonna get out. I will talk to y'all later. And as I said before, like I always say, once I invest in myself and my value goes up, then my prices go up too. So starting today, my consultation rates are as follows. 30 minutes is $175, and then, wait, is that what I said? No, 30 minutes is $200. 30 minutes is $200, and an hour is $300. Kim, that's a lot of money. No, it's not. Candy B just got on here and told you guys a few days ago that using one tip from me, she was able to wipe over $2,000 in hospital bills off of her credit report. That is $2,000 in hospital bills that was reporting negatively, that was affecting her interest rates, her approvals, and things of that nature. So let's say it took her, and the tip doesn't take an hour, but let's say it took an hour and that cost her $300. Would you pay $300 in order to have $2,000 wiped off of your credit report and the knowledge to be able to do it over and over again and share that with your family members and friends? If the answer is no, then you have problems. All right. Let me go get dressed, hit the road. I will talk to y'all later. Oh, Mr. Harper, I will see you in a few days. I'm ending my Facebook Live. I was just talking about you and all the knowledge you have imparted to me. I'm going through my Credit Repair University 1 stuff in preparation for Credit Repair University 2. Everybody will follow Derek Harper Sr. so that you can really understand what credit is and a lot of stuff that you need to know, not just for you, but for others too. All right, Derek Harper Sr., Instagram, and then I'll drop all the stuff that I mentioned, Bureau Bullies, asthma, Derek Harper Sr., on my Facebook Live and on later on in my YouTube description box. All right, let me get out of here for real. I'm happy they know me at this hotel because I be checking out late as a mug. All right, bye y'all.